Welcome. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It's for all signs. How does that work? If you're called to this live, you're called to it. That's how it works. The energies are going to draw you there. And that's it. Hello. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining. 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 So today is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Yeah, happy Hump Day. My week begins on Sunday. So today is kind of like actually my Thursday, kind of, you know. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, you are all up. You are live. I'm trying new times. I'm Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I'm trying new release times. I'm trying between 9:30 and 10:30 on the West Coast. Between like 12:30 and 1:30 on the East Coast. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying new times. Honestly, because if I want to open myself up to another audience, to people who can maybe, see it better at those times. And hopefully take the rest of you guys who have constantly supported me along with me. But that's what I'm doing it for. Just to see if that can help other people be introduced to Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Views are way down, so I figured, fuck it, why not try it now? They were down when I was doing the normal thing. They were down when I was doing the regular thing. So why not experiment when I can? I'm feeling a whole sense of freedom and liberation, kind of untrapped from the normal peg of 5:36 a.m. release, thinking that, maybe some people can watch me at that time in the morning. Maybe some people can't. I mean, in my opinion, it's like most people are just getting up, waking up, having their coffee, kissing their kids goodbye. Do they even have time to listen to my videos, at least in the States? I think over in Europe, it's a little bit more fair, kind of like that wind down time of like around, what is it, like 3 o'clock? Kind of, but I don't know. I'm just trying something new. That's what I'm doing. Woo, what's going on? I'm in Ireland. Always watch your videos going live. Aw, you rock, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. But anyway, yeah, it's just kind of like liberating in a way. I've also gotten some kind of truths that have been happening inside of me. And that is, I'm thinking like, I went to New Mexico recently. I love New Mexico. I moved out to San Diego just last year. I feel more at home in New Mexico than I do in San Diego. And that's a surprise and a shock, and I never expected that. So I feel like there is going to be a move coming up in not anytime really soon, but in the next couple of years when I can really settle where I'm really happy. But then I start to think to myself, do I want to settle? Do I want to be locked into a certain time frame? I don't. I want to be able to share myself and share my journeys and share my travels with you guys and share these gifts of intuition with you guys and share card reading. I want to be able to share it all, but I also want to be able to travel too. I don't really love the idea of being locked in. So maybe it's just not the right time, and the reason why things are blocked is because they aren't meant to be, or there's so much more about myself that I have to learn. This has been a day of surprises and blessings, and I love it. I'm just loving it. I'm wondering what you guys are experiencing. If there's been some just surprising revelations that have been happening to you as well. By revelations, I don't mean he said, she said bullshit. I mean discovering things inside of yourself that you never thought would actually be real. Those self-discovery moments that kind of like blow you away. And it's like, you got to trust your happiness. Happiness is that vibration that says, this is right. This is in line with my soul. Water. Nature's juice. Even though there are other juices in nature. They're all water-based. Yeah, kind of like just rediscovering. During COVID, I have started being more myself. that's really interesting, that liberation of the quarantine. Whereas you're supposed to be blocked in, but really what it does is kind of help you rediscover who the fuck you are without worrying about what other people think about you. And maybe that's in some ways, you know, Jupiter and Saturn's whole MO when they're in Aquarius is to like help us discover and realize ourselves separate from the crowd, and how being our own unique people is just actually important for the entirety and for the community and for everybody. I think that that's the discovery of the one in the many that is battling it out in the skies right now, and not really battling it out, but really trying to like make you realize kind of where you fit in, and not having to sacrifice so much of your authenticity to be successful or to find a niche or to get approval. Yeah, just like liberating. It feels like, for me today, feels like chains have come off. It is my lunar return, meaning that the moon is in Cancer today. It's moved into Cancer. It moved into Cancer, or it moves into Cancer at 5:17 p.m. That's East Coast time. So West Coast time, that's around 2. So it's almost there. It's still void, of course. But lunar return happens every month, in case you guys didn't realize. A lunar return happens every month, just like your solar return happens every year, which is your birthday, right? We celebrate solar returns all the time. That's our birthdays. But we do not celebrate other kinds of returns. So something I want to bring to your attention is that there is a lunar return every single month. So where the moon was when you were born, the zodiac sign the moon was in when you were born, it comes back around every single month. And my lunar return is going to happen when the moon goes into Cancer, because my moon is in Cancer. The moon was in Cancer when I was born. So my lunar return happens soon, and a lunar return is really a check-in of really your inner person, your inner being, your inner self. And in the energy that is now, lunar returns are extremely important for all of us this month. This essence of getting back to who you truly are, your authenticity. Yeah. I'm just trying to like read. So to like understanding who you are, your really true authentic self, but not only understanding it, but accepting it, accepting who you are, embracing who you are, loving who you are, caring about who you are. All of those things happen with the lunar return. We have a Mercury return once a year. We usually have a Venus return once a year as well. Mars happens like every 1.75 years, kind of like that. So Mars return doesn't happen all the time, but my Mars return is happening right now too, because on the day that I was born, my Mars was in Virgo. So Mars is in Virgo again. So I'm getting it's almost like my lunar return and my Mars return asking me, do I really love and feel authentic in how I'm doing things? And is the way that I'm executing things and what I'm sticking to really truly me valuing myself, or just me kind of fitting in with others or finding a way to fit in? So the readjustments and adjustments that I'm making, routine, is very important. Routine is very, very important. Me too, as in your moon is in Cancer and your Mars is in Virgo too. Jalen, you can answer whenever you get a chance. I don't know if you hear me, but I keep getting distracted. Like, is the way that I'm doing things, is the activity I'm involved in, is how I'm going about things really authentic to my person and myself? So I kind of want to just try. Yes. Okay, cool. I just kind of want to try different things that are they feel more authentic to who I am. Yeah. So today is Wednesday, the 4th. Yeah. I'm right about that, right? Yes. I feel like I'm lost. All of a sudden, it was weird. All of a sudden, I lost my time, day, and place. I had no idea where I was. I don't know if that's a sign of dementia, early onset dementia, or just something is going on. Like, all of a sudden, I completely didn't recognize where I was. Not like I knew I was in my home, but like the day, I completely lost track of time. But the moon is so the moon is still in Gemini right now. It is Wednesday the 4th. The moon enters Cancer at 5:17 p.m. Eastern Time. The color of the day is topaz, and a little message from the authors of Llewellyn's Witch's Date book. Caves channel feminine energy and are sacred to the goddess. That's interesting. Caves channel feminine energy and are sacred to the goddess. That's awesome. If you watched my weekly astrology forecast, you know that this is kind of like the end of the week is when things really get gnarly to get better. Especially when the moon enters Leo at the end of the week. And then we have a new moon coming up on Sunday. That's the renewal of the self, the new beginning, the new rise of the new ego, the new understanding of who you are. So this time is supposed to be gnarly for us right now, helping us to kind of like see different aspects of ourselves that we've been struggling with or that don't really work, things that are unraveling, that aren't really authentic to everything that we are. Interesting. And we'll just see. I got a new deck. I can't wait to share it with you. I want to share this new deck with you. Amber gave it to me. I don't know if Amber's on here today, but it's interesting. Look at this: Hermit, Retreat and Recharge. And this is the card at the bottom of the deck. What is the name of the deck? Angels and Ancestors, Oracle Cards, Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. Why am I paused? Because the truth of the matter is I have had such a wonderful I don't give a fuck anymore kind of feeling about me. And it's given me permission to do something that I've never done before. And that is when I have downtime, I'm not yelling at myself. When I have downtime or a lot more time in my day, I'm happy, because what I understand it is now is me having room for something new to come in. And I've talked about that endlessly in all of my videos, but I've never actually experienced the reality and the truth of it myself. But I started making room in my life a while ago, and I shared the manifestation video with you guys. And ultimately, I was about to sabotage myself by finding ways to fill up this extra space. And what I'm realizing is, you created it. You created the extra space. Now allow something to come in. Now allow the newness to come in. And for that, there is a little bit of trust that needs to happen. And so that's what I'm working on now, and being very happy when I remind myself, no, stop looking for ways to fill up your space. In fact, every single time this card came out, I was shocked. It drew my attention more than any other card in this deck. It drew my attention. And let me share with you the message on it. Busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. So am I really busy because I'm working towards something, I'm getting somewhere, I have this, no, it's like I just am filling up my space and time because it scares me to have space and time, because God knows what will come in if I leave space and time. But guess what? God knows. And now I want to know too. So I'm doing what I have to do to leave that space. Yeah, I'm just doing what I have to do to leave that space for myself. What does that include in terms of nothing really? The channel will remain the same, but I've been able to wake up earlier. I've been able to get my recordings done earlier. I've been able to have more downtime at the end of my day. I haven't worked till 2 a.m. all week so far, and that's something that I am so happy for because it was exhausting me. I'm not a night person. I function better during the day, and suddenly there's just been this like realignment of the correct clock, like the timing I'm supposed to be on, and it feels really, really good. So yes, I will get into the reading for all of you. No, this is not all about me, but I kind of wanted to share that update. I used my downtime to go to the gym, read, play guitar, and sing more. Well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. But that's also, and that could be helping you, as absolutely. But that's also the point that I'm not trying to make, right? Because it's the point of, why are you filling your downtime? Let it be, like, sit in the silence. I feel like a lot of us are afraid of the silence. We're always finding different ways, even if it's not work, we're always finding different ways to just fill our schedule, on to the next activity. What are we fucking afraid of? To just sit and goddamn listen in the stillness, to feel the sun, to feel the earth, to hear the wind. Why do we always have to be fucking busy at something? So it's like you're never gonna receive if you don't make room to receive. And I also understand that activities, like I love to dance, I love to exercise, there's all these things that I like to do, and honestly there are moments in time when I should dig down and do them. Now the energies are calling for us to sit in stillness, to have this time, this almost brain dead time, so your brain can get recharged. This time when we're not looking to figure, well, how do I fill my time? Just let time be. Lose track of time. That is the true liberation. That is the true freedom of the soul, to completely and totally lose track of time. To completely and totally do that. It's like, let's stop always looking for things to fill our time. Now, if you're called to do it, then amen, do it. Do it, 100%. But this is definitely time to stay away from hour by hour figuring, well, what the fuck should I do with myself? How about just be? How about just breathe? How about just sit with yourself and hear the humming of the fan, or, you know, the chirping of the birds, things that have nothing to do with you, and things that you miss on a daily basis because you're so busy filling your time with something. Now is the time to allow. And I feel like that's why that message of that cave came up. You know, it's that feminine energy. Feminine energy is the reception, the receiving, making room for and making space for, to have, to hold, right? To hold on, to receive. And we can come out of this with so much abundance if we make room to receive just the gifts that want to be there for us. We always assume it's directly related to how hard we've worked, how popular we are, how much we've earned. And that's really Saturnian energy that's clamping our abundance shut by putting limitations on us based on what society thinks of us and how they judge us and how we can serve them. And sometimes that energy is correct, That is not the correct energy right now. Right now, the correct energy is allow. Be. Be in silence, be in stillness. Don't be afraid of the downtime. I want to share these cards with you. I wanted to... Rabbit is here. See your seeds grow. I don't want to talk too much. And Sage, be devoted and committed. We have to give ourselves room and space to let our seeds grow. We've definitely planted seeds. We have to give them time to grow. It's absolutely a requirement at this point to give them time and space to grow. It's necessary. You overwater something, you're going to drown it. That's kind of what this day is calling for. Let me get into the reading, guys. Let's do this. What's up, Meg? What is the message for today? So, taking a new step in a new direction, trusting that new direction, time to go. And then jumping into something kind of, the Page of Swords is researching, looking into something, maybe messages or DMs. And then we have abundance and fulfillment, realizing what is truly abundant and fulfillment, taking that alone time, that downtime to allow truths to come in, spiritual truths. And then we have the Six of Swords, time to get going, time to get moving, time to leave the past behind. And then we have the Eight of Wands, better take these opportunities, better act on them. There's a lot of shit coming in for you. Grab it. And then I have the Change of the World. 100% this card was supposed to come out. This is a time in your life is ending. It's concluding. And you know what? You may be a little bit confused right now, but the answers to the confusion are in the stillness. They're in the silence. They're in the moon. They're in the psyche. They're in the emotions. So taking time, taking a break to sort of let the answers come to you. And then, of course, we have the Death card, which is recharging and really liking what you've discovered, really liking what you see on the other side of a difficult time. And then you have the King of Pentacles, maybe somebody, a guy coming into your life. This is definitely usually opportunity or having finances secure and sound, being responsible with them, stepping up. The King of Pentacles is that big daddy energy of just somebody who is got it all. You know, he's even kind, he's caring, he's considerate, and he's responsible. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. It's like the abundance is going to come in when you don't even expect it. You don't even see the abundance coming in. And the Empress basically sits on her throne, and all this stuff is in the past. It's all there. It's all part of her abundance, but it's not. She's looking away from it. She's looking at things growing. She's looking at the growth. She's looking at the messages from spirit. Essentially, what does this mean? I love you, baby. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. I love how she curls up behind me. She's the absolute best. So this is the Five of Wands. There's all these challenges in front of us, but the message from Spirit is it's nothing that we can't handle. And then we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Ten of Swords. So we're kind of done looking back at the past and idealizing the past, or idealizing what we used to believe was what was going to make us happy. We're kind of done with that. I think it's caused a lot of pain, and we're ready to let go of it because it's just holding on to it has caused too much pain. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is, there is conflict, but it's bitty shit. You can get over it. It's not going to bring you down. What I really want to focus on is these two cards. Because the Ace of Pentacles is here. It's money coming in, abundance coming in without you even having to worry about it, without you even having to think about it. Watch it, like literally it's just going to come in. Because there's this energy now of you being willing to move and willing to flow and do whatever you need to do to just like move forward and let it go. Let what go? Let it go. What is your it? I don't want to overspeak. I'm kind of tired of it. What is your it? Letting it go. This is a discovery time. This is a time of internal discovery, of realizing and being surprised. I just had this conversation with Meg. This is the time when we're discovering things that really surprise us about ourselves. When things that we thought we wanted forever, like we've always even identified ourselves with these things, and suddenly we realize they're not that important to us. I don't really want those things anymore. The interest is not the same, or it's not even about it doesn't thrill me. It's that I don't need them anymore. I don't want it. This is about letting go of those childhood desires, letting go of those needs and wants that we have identified ourselves with for so long. And that's why the central energy is, it's time to change. It's time to close out a chapter or even a book in our lives and move on to the next stage. So what is the next stage? Who the fuck cares? The point is letting go of the past. And who cares? I know you care. I care. But the truth is, if we have faith, we know that moving forward, we're on the right path. So we don't have to know every single fucking detail. And the devil is in the details right now. You know, the details are what's like working us up and twisting us around their fingers and like just kind of fucking done. It's like, where is the room for spirit in that? Where is the room for trust in that? Where is the room to be the self in that? Done with the fucking details. Details can go fuck themselves. I don't care about them anymore. Like, you can literally pick yourself to death with the fucking details. So done with the fucking details. I don't want the details. I'm done. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. And I say this not because the details are not important, but because to a certain degree, you start to drive yourself crazy thinking that you can actually control everything. You can't control shit. You don't control shit. And this is the time to have faith. And this is the time to let go. The details is faith. That's the only detail you have to be worried about, is faith. Expect powerful change. With this card today, expect powerful change. Do you want powerful change to come into your life? Well, you've got to make room for it. Overscheduling is just a way to hide yourself. It's just a way to run and hide. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. That's amen. Full moon in Virgo, and step out of your comfort zone. Interesting enough, my North Node is in Virgo. So Virgo energy is about like so much, but the downside of Virgo energy is about micromanagement and obsessive micromanagement. That's fear. That's the devil energy, the devil side of Virgo energy. The high vibrational side of Virgo energy is the allowance of growth through faith. And to develop and grow and cultivate the self. But first you have to listen to the self. You can't just constantly speak at it. And you have to listen to the spirit outside of the self to grow in a healthy direction. because it's the universe and God that has the energy of the over perspective, the aerial view. You don't. It's acceptance of the quiet time and the quiet space, and to not be afraid of that. Are the things that you want to break down and cry about really about failure, or are they about lack of control? Feeling like you have no say and that people aren't listening. And that whatever way you steer the ship, it's just gone in a different direction. Well, then stop trying to steer it and see which direction it goes in. Heartache and loss. There's definitely hurt and sorrow here. Foundation and achievements. So there's some sort of disappointment in what you've worked on. There's some sort of disappointment in what you've been doing, in what you haven't achieved. Maybe what you expected to achieve versus just you're the reality that it didn't work out. And then financial and material changes. Yep. This is financial loss. Financial loss. Suffering a great financial loss. What is it making room for in your life? Because where there is a loss of something, there can be a gain of something else. What is it making room for in your life? Don't just rush and fill the space with fear and with obligation. Give it a second. Allow a moment to talk with yourself through it and say, okay, let me see what comes. Because something's on the way. I can feel it. Timeless earth. So this is getting back to the truth of you and your uniqueness and using the earth to do it. The sincerity, the clarity, the value of the earth, using the truth of the earth, using the earth to do it. Authenticity. We have shouting, screaming and shouting, screaming and shouting, screaming and shouting, letting your real self out. There's this inner child that's trapped deep inside of you. Forget about inner child. I've eaten well. I don't have low blood sugar level. I literally just felt, I can't explain it. I literally just felt like the ground move underneath me, and it didn't. Unless California's having an earthquake, but I don't think. But it wasn't like that. It was almost like a blurred. It was almost like a glitch in the Matrix. That's the way it would look on a movie. That was weird. I've never experienced that before. So this is it. This is the truth coming out, but it's coming out in the past. Being able to let yourself out, speak out loud, be who you are out loud, and children are here. So it's almost like our next step in development is the revealing of our true, authentic selves and getting rid of and shedding all of this crap that settled on top of it, and letting that person you were before you got jaded out. This is their time to come out. The cracking of the egg is maybe the quaking of the earth. We have Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. And then Dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. It's time to go grab life. It's time to go be a part of it. It's just time to shed the chains. This is major fucking change is happening. a huge fucking shift. I felt the shift. Something just clicked into place. This whole day has been weird. I feel like I just woke up, but I'm not. I'm sort of still in a dream state. I can't really explain it. I don't know. And I'll tell you, I don't think it's medical because I don't have any alarm bells going off in my head like that something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. This is what's supposed to happen. I will heal. Wow. I will heal. Maybe it's the timelines that need to heal. Because some timeline got thrown off by something and now they're coming back into place. So I feel like I just jumped a timeline. No place like home. What just happened? Time for a nap. Stay home and rest. That's what's going to give you the leg up and put you back into perfect timing. Serendipity is perfect timing. Something coming into sync. A moment when we feel the synchronicity of life. That's serendipity. And then you have a leg up. You are going to get a leg up by literally staying home and resting. That is where your serendipity is going to come from. Healing. Recharging that inner self. I'm a living, breathing example of it for you right here, right now. Aquamarine, divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. Prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Moonstone. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. Telling you, man, as crazy as it sounds, you need to fucking listen to your intuition right now, especially with this moon in Cancer. You need to absolutely trust unconditionally that intuition that's happening inside of you. Stay in, do it this way, don't go out that door. All of those things are about resyncing you into, think of the Palenko chip on The Price is Right. It feels like you're being bounced all around, but this is the resyncing you into that jackpot slot for you. And you have got to trust this, even if it feels like you're being carried. No, you must trust this. Trust this energy. It doesn't have words. It doesn't have words. It just has rightness, and you'll feel it. It's in a feeling. It's in the knowing is in a feeling. And I want you guys all to trust this feeling. Clarity. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in the blue of the sky. Feel a gentle breeze flow through you. There is peace. There is clarity. A magical healing has just taken place. A gift from your guardian angel. I love you guys. I'm just going to leave it at that. One more card fell out. Imagine. Clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your heart and soul. And so it will come to be. You ready for it? Because it's right there. The matrix is reconfiguring. It's happening right now in the stillness, because in the stillness there's truth. Let go of the fear of how you have to fill the stillness. You don't have to fill the stillness. The stillness is a thing. Honor the stillness. Connect with the stillness, connect with the silence, connect with that truth. And that's how you reconfigure or recode the matrix. I'm just telling you that. Believe me or don't believe me. I'll see you on the other side. Bye, guys.